18th of January for the ITM 400. So make sure you get a photo of the Demon truck, because you may not ever see it again, because if it goes well they may not have another attempt, because if it goes horribly wrong then it won't happen again, because there will be a Nissan monster truck on the bottom of Lake Karapiro. I can say that now because Ben can't hear me. So we get the ski boats in. We are scheduled for the first heat of the AE Baker. Up next, another prestigious trophy in the trophy cabinet for GP hydroplanes. Just going through the program to see if we've got the info on the AE Baker. We know all about the EC Griffin. 100 years of the EC Griffin car. Something on the Massport Cup, that's coming up in Mangere. Check out the website accelerationonwater.co.nz or nzgphydroplane.co.nz. They are measuring the distance with a GPS on board, and as you can see, acceleration wise, 0 to 60 in about a day and a half. As I said, it's not going to take off if it's a new extreme sport, because in theory you would have thought they might have put paddles on the tyres, but that was a bit of an engineering feat in its own right, and modifying those big tyres, they're not cheap. Ben's also looking at doing some fishing charters out of the Hawke's Bay in the future. Nice steady platform off the back deck. And I think they could have come up with some prettier demon girls to put in the back of it for photos. So if they get to the dam, we might stop them there. But I don't know how they're going to get back. Given the GPs a little bit of time to get ready for the first heat of the AE Baker Cup. Another one of the prestigious trophies available in GP hydroplane racing between the Aussies and the Kiwis. I don't know how much fuel they've got on board this thing. The boys' car crushing. We were down at Palmerston North Speedway a few weeks back for the final night of the Superstock teams, and Ben and the team crushed a perfectly good second-hand BMW 3 Series, which we were trying to get towed away because it was stuck in the car park, so they just pulled it out on the infield and squashed it. But then the track clown, this thing was flattened to the door. The track clown got in it and drove it around the track. So it was still win. So I think he's going to go boat ramp to boat ramp here at the moment, so that's actually not too bad an effort. Good to see that the boys in the back have got their life jackets on, safety first. I'm not too sure why there's so many boys in the back of it. It might be for ballast to counteract the engine in the front of it with the rotating mass. After the play it had yesterday, if it does the same thing today, there'll be a whole heap of weed underneath the undercarriage of the thing as they're going to drive it up the boat ramp. So at least today they're not having to contend with the wind. Only in New Zealand. How far? That's a good, I don't know, that's a good 500 or so metres. Oh, reversing now, aren't we? Just to get a straighten up. Don't have any problem with cooling, obviously. Jeremy Ward from Shot 360 sitting in the back of it. He'll be getting some photos on board. Yes, as I said, I don't know that this has been attempted anywhere else in the world. I certainly haven't seen any photos on the internet. There's now photos all over the internet over the last few weeks. Just struggling to get that momentum going when they change direction. So this truck started out life as a truck called Kiwi Thunder, or is it Mike Parks, I think. It's one of the early monster trucks in New Zealand. We've all seen the V Energy Drinks one that's I think based down south of Ian Soames. There you go, got it back up on the straight and narrow. Haven't quite got a bow wave going, but it's not far away. Anyway, something a little bit different. And up onto the boat ramp. There's not too much weed underneath it this time. There's a little bit underneath there. Just another day in the office for the Demon Energy Monster Truck team and Hawke's Bay Monster